Good afternoon, all of our gardening friends. We've been away for a couple of weeks. We went to Provence. We were in desperate need of holiday, and I think it was just a ticket, so we ambled all the way to south of France, and then spent a few days there and ambled through France again. So yesterday midnight we arrived back, and it's the very first time I'm seeing the allotment after almost 2 weeks. So I thought it's a good time to do our monthly allotment tour. I'll try to keep it a little bit shorter than our previous uploads. So we are in the original bit here, and the greenhouse is open. It's been very cold night. Nigel said there was ice on the water, in the water containers here. Well, we still have quite a few tomatoes to harvest. I'm not going to go right in because we're going to do video about harvesting this week, I think. But look, still some very large black Russians to come, and hopefully this time we can do some harvesting of the tomatillos and so on, and maybe clear some of this if we're not expecting the tomatoes to ripen. Now, few days, little bit of water, natural rain, because it was quite wet when we went out there. I won't rub it in that we had 27-30 degrees a whole week in Aix-en-Provence, but I just mentioned that once. But just have a look, everything is germinating here. All it is really is some parsley and dill. I kind of threw the seeds away. I think the wind spread them around, and nothing happened here for at least a couple of months, and now everything is sprouting back. In the meantime, I planted some beetroot here, and these are coming along nicely. Now the 3 beds behind me are very badly affected. Even with the netting, just see what can really happen to so these supposed to be Romanesco and some broccoli and so on. And I don't know if we're going to have anything out of this. However, I'm keeping it. I might see if there is any more kohlrabi here I can harvest. I will be harvesting some turnips here, but the rest of it again has been completely decimated by mice. And this was the hugel bed. And unfortunately, what happens if you are in the countryside and you have mice problem, they will basically live underneath of that bed. So next year we will be taking the soil out, we will be lining it and make a containerized bed. Otherwise we absolutely have no use for these beds. So that's a bit sad, but that's what it has to happen. Look, the nasturtium is still flowering, so that's lovely. And there is some kohlrabi here, and absolutely have to harvest this spinach. And there is some beetroot there behind. They're looking okay. So I will also try to sort out all these flowers which seeded themselves everywhere here. I've got a spot for them. I will be transplanting them in due course, but whenever we find the time. It's not going to be this week, I don't think. Now, in here, these must have been carrots which I sown months ago. They're just coming up, and this is the cutting celery, and I believe that we have some beans which are flowering. So these supposed to be non-climbing dwarf beans. So but I might have to do some support. And look, self-seeded one of those 3 spinaches, looking lovely. These wispy things are the fennel. And what else is there? Well, the flower bed had its difficult time. I need to deadhead tomorrow the whatever, because there might be still some more flowers to come. you know, the Verbena bonariensis just gone completely mad. It is looking great. There's obviously self-sown everywhere. I'm in a mist. I'm just going to walk over here. And there is some more beans which I planted here amongst the tomatoes. Now, I am completely over the moon with my Crimson Crush. This is us not harvesting for a week or so, which we will do the harvest today, because I don't want to waste them and I don't want to lose them. They just everywhere. If you look at these, well, mass is still got to come, so we need to harvest, and I need to trim more leaves because there are masses of them still hidden. But I am over the moon with this. Well, this will need to be taken out, all of it. So that's just a clearing the bed. Still sunflowers are coming on this side, and the raspberries in a really great need of picking up whatever is edible, because some of them probably dried up. The leek bed is doing well. I still have a few more leeks to plant somewhere else. I clear up the bed, and so that is doing really well. A self-sown cosmos is doing better than the one in the bed. They usually like that to manage themselves. And I've cleared that verbascum before we went, and it all obviously sprung back to life, which is good to know. Again, everything needs just tidying up, trimming, because there's a few more weeks of the loveliness to come. I can't remember this daisy-like flower, which is such a all-rounder, is doing well. Some of my strawberries have not survived the heat wave, but some of them did. Just before we left, I planted some violets here, and also Nigel planted some lavender, more lavender here. So this is some of the lavender we've planted during the summer. Just need to tidy up this bit. We need to weed a little bit, because you see there's lots of grass growing for example through this gooseberry, and yes, that's really it. Hello. What we've got here, we've got some more beans flowering just now, so we will have some, unless there are frosts, we will have some more beans to come. This is the Swiss chard and the green chard. Again, I might be harvesting it and donating it and eating, so I'm glad, because our holiday diet wasn't the best, so now we're going back on the veg. Just to show you what's going on in my bean bed. Well, masses, some of them probably gone well over. I might keep them for the seeds. This is the Cos Violetto, and this is the first of the runner beans we had, because they didn't do anything when it was normal runner bean time. But you can see that this has been prolific since. There's some things which we will be able to eat, but these might be just, far too big and far too woody to munch on. But something again to take down and clear this bed. I think we are no dig, but we will have to see how bad is the bindweed, and we might have to partially dig it out. Okay, so we're coming out. It's difficult coming out here. So obviously, as the autumn will happen, well, it's progressing, we will need to tidy all this growth on the soft fruit. This is first pear. I've got one decent pear on this, and this is very first pear on. Let me just see the variety of the. That is one. This is Commies. So this is one Commies pear, which we'll be harvesting soon, and we will be sorting this out, which was completely done up before. You can see there is some angelica growing here, so I need to be careful. And this is my lovely this one is Concord pear, which have beautiful pears. We tried to pull one out, they're not yet ready. Before we went away, I've planted some winter cabbages, and they are fine. That bed survived, and next to it I will be planting some more winter cabbages. They are in a greenhouse because we just ran out of time. So just a quick sort of overlook how this is all looking now to the front. Okay, these buckets have potatoes in them, winter potatoes in them, quite late planting, and I can see there's a first one which is sort of saying hello. I'm sure there will be more coming through soon. So these are here. There's masses, and I might even experiment with that. There's masses of the red berries on asparagus. I might plant them and see what's going to happen. This is my pickling cucumber. Oh dear. I mean, if my finger is here, well, they passed the stage of pickling. But there is some which I could pickle. So these I will be harvesting today, not to let them grow any bigger. Some more Bramley apples. This is again first time the apple is fruiting properly. And behind that, let me not fall over, is some sunchokes. So they have now achieving the height they normally would be if it wasn't so dry. When I feel brave, I will open this bed. There is not too much of a damage. I can see that things will start form like Brussels sprouts and colettes, and I just need to sort out the leaves to let them actually do that. That's a plum tree. I think I'm going to be wrapping that plum tree in spring when it flowers, because it always gets frosted. And on this very strange, corn which never grew, there's some. I'll see if there's any. There is a couple of maybe worth harvesting, maybe not. Okay, so dahlias. Well, this bed of dahlias which were here for a couple of years, they're doing really well, and I'll be picking some to take home. These, which I'm actually gonna do. Oh look, there's a bee on that. I'm gonna do dedicated dahlia bed just by this side of the gate. So we've discussed this on our holidays, and all these dahlias in a pots, to not to have to sort of put them away and so on, will go into that. I'm going to pick some. I'm just going to check. Yes, they have seeds. I'm going to pick as many seeds as I can from the sweet peas. Well, look at these, guys. These are two little watermelons. where are they? Are now about, I don't know, 12, maybe 15 centimeters diameter. I leave it for a few more days. If it's warm, we see what we get. One seedling of parsley is just gone absolutely mad. Now, if I go here, this is the bed which nothing grows. Nothing grows because something is dug under again and ate it all. And all my cauliflowers which I planted in this and this bed are gone. I'm almost afraid to look at these. I can't see at the moment, but there might be some big courgettes here. I can't see. I haven't got the gloves to go through that. This is celeriac. I can see it's bulbing okay. We leave it for a while. We don't need to harvest it yet. And there's a little bit of lettuce interplanted here. Well, I have to say, these are quite neglected diva cucumbers, so they're coming off today. Now there's some lettuce here. And we will have to harvest them today. Some more dahlias are coming up now. These which couldn't flower were so dry. Now, what else? We walk on, this tree almost fell over because the apples on that one branch are just so heavy, but they will be harvested soon enough. I'm trying to move all these extra flowers into this area, which self-sown in by the other flower bed, just through there. Just to tidy up a little bit the rhubarb and take some of these stinging nettles. There was a battle here, never-ending battle. Okay, squashes and courgettes here. So I can't see many courgettes there, but I can see some patipans just there, and some turbans and uchikuri, and there's another. I harvested one the other day, but there's another massive Turkish turban. They went all up the fence. That's Hokkaido pumpkin. So we have quite few hanging up on the other side of the fencing, including this I think early butternut squash. I don't know if they're gonna manage to ripen, but there I can see there's another one on the other side. More uchikuri. We have enormous courgette here. There's a marrow now, it's not a courgette, of course. It's the size of small pumpkin. Let me just see if I can show you that. Yes, this is one of the round beans courgettes, and one lonely crown prince just here on the bottom. There might be some more which are hidden and I can't see, but obviously, that's that. The carrots, I've got some more leeks to be planted out. The carrots in various stages, and parsnips, quite young still, in various stages. That's for Christmas. Let me see if we have any. And inside the polytunnel, some more cabbages, and these are the Savoy cabbages. I rather like them, not everybody's favorite cup of tea. Some more aubergines. I had disappointing harvests of aubergines, although they did look so good to start with. You see, all these are falling, and behind them, these are all jalapenos. On this bush, all my jalapenos gone red, so they're going to be really hot. Some red chilies, in most of the plants produced something, some really big chili peppers to be also harvested. We see some peppers here and some more chilies. So we will be doing that slowly tomorrow. Today I think it's tomato day, and I won't even go any further. The bees I'm going to look on tomorrow. It's too late today to do anything.
Well, it's good to be back in Blighty, seeing how much everything's grown since we've had a bit of rain, and especially the stinger nettles. So we're going to be busy tomorrow clearing some spaces around the beds and hopefully harvesting some things. But it's been a good holiday.
It's been a good holiday and gave us some energy. I think it wasn't a lazy holiday, but was restful, and I think we're going to sort of do this with much more energy and just desire to do it, other than feeling guilty. It's not about feeling guilty, it's about having really fun, and hopefully that's what is going to happen. So
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me, and hopefully see you next week.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.